Hey everyone, Keith here, KF Canyon Ranch, BMW i8 Salvage Project. Today's pretty exciting. I'm going to give you a little walk around of the progress I've made, and I'm excited because I only have one carbon fiber piece left to bond on. It's this little inspection cover right here, and I'm going to wait till I've got everything all bolted up and in place just to double check everything, and then I'll glue that on. The nice thing about having all of my carbon fiber patch panels cut and fitted means I get to clean up the shop really good, take all the plastic off of the interior and the engine, and actually get to see the inside of the car again. Let me show you what I've done so far. Take you for a little walk around the car here. So you know I've replaced this whole quarter panel section, this rear bulkhead area, and I've actually started to put the fender hanger back in place, this plastic piece, the fender sticks onto there. So down in here where this kind of main frame area is, this is where the two come together. There's a seam right here, but I made this big patch panel here and one here. Those patch it from the outside or sandwich that from the outside. And you remember in an earlier video, I actually have in this inner frame area bonding plates inside as well. And then again, you can see them right here, bonding plates here and here. My seam runs right in the middle of that. This bulkhead is all out of the donor car, bonded into place. The seat pan's all out of the donor car, bonded into place. You see where I have a seam up here and through here, and then it goes around and comes down the hump here and up to here. On the underside there, I've got a bonding plate, and then this is actually sandwiched on both sides here and here. And then right through here, I had kind of a weak spot because I had to kind of cut out where that seatbelt bolt is. So I bonded this plate on top of it. I don't know if you can see it there and here for added strength. So now I can start putting the interior back together. I've got the carpet pulled up out of place there. I've already started putting things back together underneath. I've got my heat shield back in place and my sound insulation in place as well. Now you remember the car got crashed right in this area here. That's the damaged subframe, and that area of the car bolts right under here. That's what broke all this. Well, also in looking, I found that I had a crushed brake line, so I've already cut and flared and put an adapter on there to finish the little section I need that comes out here to the caliper. And then also, I found a couple wires that were a little crushed right here from the accident as well. Fortunately, they don't look broken. It just looks like the insulation is damaged. So I'm gonna use some liquid electrical tape on those. These bigger wires, they're probably just a 12-volt wire, so those would be easy to splice if I had to. But these smaller wires, I'm pretty confident they're part of the CAN bus system. Now, BMW and a couple other cars use a system called a CAN bus. And what it is the engine has all these various sensors. And instead of just sending 12 volts out to it, and if its sensor has failed, it blows the fuse. In this particular case, when you turn the car on, it sends a test signal out. And the car's computer knows that which each sensor, kind of their parameters on the amps that they should be using. And if the test signal comes back within those parameters, then it allows power to that sensor. If the test signal comes back outside of those parameters, it shuts off the CAN bus like an electronic fuse, look at it that way, and doesn't power up that particular sensor, item, or whatever it is. So with the CAN bus system, wire resistance is very important. So if I were to just cut those wires and splice in a piece like I would on my old 64 AMC, with the CAN bus system, I'd have a lot of problems because every time you add solder or wires or a connector, it changes the resistance in that wire. So I'm fortunate that these don't look like any of the strands are broken. I can just simply repair the insulation with liquid electrical tape and I'll be back up and running. Of course, I'm going to take a real close look at all of these. You see, I've already started to separate and kind of identify them, but I'll triple check all of these because once it's up underneath the car, that'd be a real headache to get to. So that's pretty much your update today. I was able to take the plastic off of the motor. I was able to take the plastic out of the inside. I'm pretty much dust free. I think I told you earlier, the last thing I want is any of this carbon fiber dust to get up into that dash panel. because carbon's a great conductor of electricity, and boy, would I have all kinds of problems. And same with the sensors on the motor. I didn't want any carbon fiber dust to get into there at all. So what I'll do is blow everything out with shop air real well before I put it all back together. But now it's time to start putting that into here, the good rear subframe. So anyways, that's your update today. Pretty darn exciting. It's starting to look like a car again. If you got any questions, let me know. And I can't thank Permabond enough for sending me all the epoxy I needed to epoxy this car back together. I mean, they really were a lifesaver. They sent me actually 2 cases of epoxy, and I've used up almost all of it. Yeah, I just can't thank Permabond enough for helping me out. It's a huge savings, and knowing that I've got absolutely the perfect bonding epoxy for this carbon fiber was huge. So my thanks to them. Share with your friends, like and subscribe, and we'll talk to you soon.